We have yet another controversial Donald Trump statement to tackle. Now, this one, the media is alleging that he is encouraging Russia, the Russian Federation, to engage in espionage, to spy on the United States. Now, what he said in full context made perfect sense, but the media did not play his statements in full context. They played the statements from a press conference earlier today in Miami and then spun them in a completely different way. And it was also funny when he responded what happened there as well, because someone got wrecked who has been wrecked before. Now, what I want to do right now is I want to play the way that the media portrayed his statements, like how they cut it up and presented it to you. And then I want to play the full context of what was actually said, audio and video. So let's roll with the first clip right now.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press.
You see how that could look bad. I mean, when you see that, you're like, wow, what are you doing, Trump? You're trying to tell the Russians to hack the United States? Maybe you think like that, but maybe you're able to see through it. Maybe you are not a blind person. You're able to understand what's going on and that it's more than meets the eye. Now, what I want to do right now is play you an irrefutable tape of Donald Trump saying his statements in full context. Roll it.
What do I have to get involved with Putin for? I have nothing to do with Putin. I've never spoken to him. I don't know anything about him other than he will respect me. He doesn't respect our president. And if it is Russia, which is probably not, nobody knows who it is, but if it is Russia, it's really bad for a different reason, because it shows how little respect they have for our country when they would hack into a major party and get everything. But it would be interesting to see. I will tell you this. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press. Let's see if that happens. That'll be next. Yes, sir.
See, now it's different. Now it's completely different, because the first tape, it made him seem like he was saying, hey, Russia, hack us right now and they're finding 30,000 emails. But in this one, he's saying, no, if you have them, which they might not, but if they do, he's not encouraging them to engage in espionage. He's not encouraging them to spy. He's just saying, hey, if you did hack, whoever hacked, give up the emails that are missing. You got 30,000 emails that are currently missing that nobody can find. If you were able to hack into the system and find all these emails that are currently up right now in the DNC leaks, then maybe you have some more that are unreleased that could be linked to Hillary Clinton and maybe could contain 30,000 missing emails. And then he kind of doubled down on it on Twitter when he basically said, turn them over to the FBI, right? And that makes perfect sense. How can you argue with that tweet? He's basically saying, if you have any kind of stolen information, any kind of missing information, give it to the FBI. I mean, I'm sure they'd love to have it. I'm sure they would love it. I don't think the FBI would turn that down. So him saying that made perfect sense. Now, of course, when he said the original statement that was uncut, you had someone in the audience who wanted to cut it up already in her head. Now, who I'm talking about is a woman named Katy Tur. Now, her role right now is to cover Donald Trump. I think this has been a role ever since last year when she got wrecked at Trump Tower.
But if you listen to Hillary, she is so weak on immigration. We will have a crime wave like you've never seen before.
Immigration is down. Why is this such a big topic for you right now?
Well, immigration's a very big topic. Take a look at all the crime that's being committed. Go take a look at it.
The research says the crime does not match what you're saying. The research, the Pew Research, which is independent, says.
Don't be naive. You're a very naive person.
The Pew Research says that there are for immigrants on the whole
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead.
It kind of set the tone for her career going forward, I think. I think that NBC saw that. They saw what kind of ratings he got. They may be thinking that she could be the next Megyn Kelly or something like that. So it's like, okay, we're going to put you on permanent Trump detail. And I noticed that, too, because it seems like every time I watch NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, they have a segment where they trash on Trump. And it's always Katy Tur that is doing the trashing every single time. I think that's her role now. And I think they're doing it intentionally to build her career up the same way Megyn Kelly did, because you notice after Megyn Kelly had that whole thing with Trump last year, you know, about the bleeding from wherever. After that whole thing happened, she was able to really elevate her status. She's like almost at Barbara Walters level now, really. And she had her own primetime show given to her by Roger Ailes, which is a whole different story, but I digress. The point is that she has definitely risen her stock since Donald Trump came into her life, so to speak, during the presidential campaign. So I think NBC is trying to take a page out of their book by doing that. So today is no different. They got Katy Tur front and center, asking questions, being loud and verbose. And I think Trump knows it as well. So you're able to see their interaction right here as it kind of went down the way that I'm sure NBC liked, because they definitely aired it on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Go ahead and roll that.
Do you have any qualms about asking a foreign government, Russia, China, anybody, to interfere, to hack into a system of anybody's country?
That's up to the president. Let the president talk to him. Look, here's the problem. Here's the problem, Katie. Katie, here's the problem. Very simple. He has no respect.
You said I welcome them to find those 30,000.
Well, they probably have them. I'd like to have them released.
Does that not give you pause?
No, gives me no pause. If they have them, they have them. We might as well find. Hey, you know what gives me more pause? That a person in our government, crooked Hillary Clinton, here's what gives me more. Be quiet. I know you want to, save her. That a person in our government, Katie, would delete or get rid of 33,000 emails. That gives me a big problem. After she gets a subpoena, she gets subpoenaed, and she gets rid of 33,000 emails. That gives me a problem. Now, if Russia or China or any other country has those emails, I mean, to be honest with you, I'd love to see them.
So you see what happened there. Now, what she was asking him obviously was about the whole Russia thing, because this statement came right after his statements about Russia. Like I said, in her mind, she was already calculating what the response would be and how NBC would cut that up. She knew that they would cut it up in a certain way to make it seem like he appeared to endorse Russian hacking on the U.S. So then she went to double down on it and kind of cash in on it, right? They might have even told her that through an IFB or whatever in the ear. It's like, okay, we're going to cut it up like this. So attack him on it right now so we can use that. I mean, it would make sense. It got a lot of attention. I mean, this video might get a few views off of that, but that's what they want to do. And really, I think it's up to us to kind of point it out and let the world know what's going on, because it's pretty obvious. I mean, Katy Tur at this point is a Trump hit person. In all fairness, I think this is something that, like I said, came on her as a result of her getting wrecked at Trump Tower, because ever since then, she's never been the same. But this whole thing about Russians and getting along with Putin, I mean, I don't see why it's such a big deal. I don't see why it's a big deal. I don't see why we can't get along with Russia. I mean, why shouldn't we? The Democrats are the main ones that say that the Republicans are warmongers. All they want to do is go all over the world and start wars. But then when you have somebody who says he wants to have amicable relations with foreign superpowers like Russia and China, all of a sudden he's a bad guy. It makes no sense. So, I mean, what do you want? Do you want us to be at constant, like, a bickering state with Russia? Or should we get along with Russia? Why must it be we have to actually fight them? Why can't we have amicable relations? Now, like I said, Trump did not endorse Russian spying or espionage. He's just saying, hey, whoever did it, if it's Russia or whoever, give up those emails about Hillary Clinton. And the thing about it is he's not totally off base there, because Julian Assange did say that there will be more to come on Hillary Clinton. So they may have the emails. They may be waiting for an opportune time to drop them. I think it's a pretty open and shut case. The media is going to try to blow it up like they do everything. You know, just like the whole Melania Trump plagiarism, talking about she plagiarized her entire speech when the speech was like 15, 20 minutes. Only about 4 lines of it were taken from Michelle Obama, and it wasn't even her that did it. It was a speechwriter, right? Even if it was her, it was only a few lines. And I think they did that on purpose to get press, just like what's going on here. I think Trump is a master at getting free press, because you have to understand he's not spending a lot of money. Hillary Clinton is kind of like a dinosaur in that regard as far as marketing is concerned. She's going out here spending millions of dollars on TV ads, right? And in my opinion, these TV ads only serve as auxiliary promotion for Donald Trump, because all of the ads feature Trump. They say his name in it. So in reality, if somebody's just watching TV and the ads are on in the background, all you're going to hear is Trump, 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 Trump. And then when the ads go off, you turn on a news story and it's Trump, 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 Trump. You turn on Entertainment Tonight, Wendy Williams, any kind of like entertainment type of show, Trump, Trump, Trump. So he's everywhere. He's getting free press. He's spending like next to no money. He's going on Twitter and posting tweets. The tweets oftentimes get more attention than Hillary Clinton making a statement, which, by the way, she does not make that many. Like I said in the previous video, her health may be in question, but I digress. The point is that Donald Trump is a master at marketing and a master at manipulating the media. What he did today may have just been more of the same. He may have known that they would cut that up and make it seem like he was saying something else other than what he was actually saying. And then, of course, they're going to harp on it. They're going to talk about it for about 2 or 3 days, however long the outrage cycle they think should be. And then it's over. And then they'll say something else and they'll talk about that. They'll try to use it in campaigns against him from Hillary Clinton. But all that does is just make people have more of a name recognition with Donald Trump. And then you have the DNC where they're protesting Black Lives Matter and everybody else is protesting against Hillary, right? It doesn't seem like she has a chance of winning, because the thing about the Republican Party is that we're fractured only at the top. You know, it's only the people that are the top of the food chain, the politicians, that are kind of fractured and not unified on Trump. But the people are unified on Trump. Trump has people from the right, the center, and the left over on his camp. It's not division like you have over on the left. On the left, the people are divided. It's not those at the top. You know, people at the top all want Hillary Clinton. Everybody that stumped for Bernie and everything else, all of that's gone. All of them want Hillary Clinton. But the people are divided. I mean, you could see the whole thing with the concentration camps they call the DNC, with these 8-foot tall steel fences that are basically impenetrable, looking like an episode of The Walking Dead when they had that the little community. Then they had the gate. I'm waiting for the gate just to completely collapse or somebody to run a car through it. And then it's like World War Z and they just pour over the gate, pour through the gate, and then just start creating havoc, right? That's the way it looks to me. But I digress. The whole point is this. They are fractured in their party as far as the left. But on the right, the people are unified. And people that are at the top, people that want Jeb Bush and Ted Cruz, they'll have to get with the people, because at the end of the day, the people are going to vote them in and vote them out. So they have no choice but to get over it and just roll with it. So what do you think? Do you think that Donald Trump was rude to tell Katy Tur to be quiet? I thought it was funny, actually, because this is kind of like what they do. This is kind of their relationship at this point. You know, it all started last year, like I said before, when he wrecked her at Trump Tower. It's been pretty much a consistent thing between the two of them. I think NBC likes it. They play up on it. I think Katy Tur at this point knows what her role is. As you can see on her Twitter, they basically have assigned her to Donald Trump. She knows what she's getting into. She knows what buttons to push. And they pretty much had that kind of relationship to where it benefits both of them. He's able to get free press off of her, and she's able to get her name built up and more of a name recognition off of him. And NBC is able to get more ratings, so everybody wins. So that's my opinion on that. But do you think that's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think that Trump was encouraging the Russians to engage in espionage? Do you think that it is appropriate for somebody in his position to say something like that? Or do you think that what he did was say, hey, whoever has the information, hand it over, right? Because you could take that different ways. But I want to know your thoughts. Whatever your thoughts, comments, concerns, opinions are, let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. And I'm being sarcastic with something. First of all, they don't even know. Of course I'm being sarcastic. And they don't even know, frankly, if it's Russia. They have no idea if it's Russia, if it's China, if it's somebody else. Who knows who it is? But you have 33,000 emails deleted. And the real problem is what was said on those emails from the Democratic National Committee. You take a look at what was said on those emails. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. They talk about religion. They talk about race. They talk about all sorts of things, including women. And what they said on those emails is a disgrace. And they're just trying to deflect from that.